26th. Break. So, I keep having these conundrums. Well, I don't know if we can really call them conundrums, but like it's racking my brain and driving me crazy. Like last night, I was on my way back down here to Marion, and I stopped in Dyersburg because I had to pee. I'll admit it, I had to pee. Anubis needed to go potty. Pull in. Knew the truck stop was going to be full, but I figured I could snake around and park over on the shoulder there at the Loves. And wouldn't you know it, I pull in. We got a dumbass hauling a 40-foot container parked in the pull-through with his flashers on. Like he's like flashers do not give you permission to just park anywhere. And I'm pretty sure he was parked.
Turn right on North College
Like
Boulevard.
inconsiderate fucks. You're not the only ones out here, dipshits. You're not the only ones out here. And then on top of that, some numbskull in a work truck, and I say work truck because it had like a business name on the side of it, and a damn like 20-foot bumper pull camper was sitting on the scales. Alright, so yeah, he's scaling. So what does he do? He gets out of his truck, leaves it on the scales, and runs into the fucking building. Like, in this day and age, how do people not have the apps? Like, there's a scale app. It'll keep track of your scales, so if you forget to go get your ticket, you still have it, you have your proof. It's like 30 seconds instead of having to scale, pull off, run in, blah, blah, blah. Hell, you can scale, pull off the thing, adjust, circle back around, scale again, in less time than it would take to scale. If you're a numbskull, sit there, run and get your ticket. Or if you're smart, you'll pull off and go get your ticket after you park somewhere. Goody, we've got train. Yeah, like you got numbskulls, like fucking morons. I swear, these people like use the fucking hat rack 4 feet off your ass that God gave you for more than a fucking hat rack. And then these people, because it's everyone. I've seen every color and every culture and all the dumbasses. They're fueling. So what do? They go in. They give them their number. They give them their company name. Their blah 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 blah. Whole 9 yards. All things you could have done at the pump. You could have done that at the pump. Hell, you could have done it on the app. You know, like the fucking thing on your phone. The thing you can use to, I don't know, buy showers. Fucking see how busy they are normally to see if their shower is available. Like, for the love of God, people. That's not connected. Those aren't connected right. Or I can see gaps. But it is, I guess it is kind of a bank. But anyhow. Like this day and age, with the amount of apps we have for things, these tards don't know how to fucking download an app for the scale. They don't know how to download an app to fuel. They don't know how to download an app to shower. Like, why are y'all making shit so fucking hard? Like, for the love of God. Stop making shit hard for yourself. And better yet, all the people I always hear bitching and moaning and groaning about paying for parking. You know what's funny? On the app for fucking Pilot, guess what? When you get 50 gallons or more of fuel, this was like last year about this time. If you get 50 gallons of fuel at Pilot, guess what? You get a shower So quit bitching about paying for showers. And you know what else you get when you get a fucking 50 gallons of fuel with your shower credit? You get a parking credit. No, it doesn't pop up in the app. No, it's not something that you can go into the store and use. You've got to go to their website, which you can get to from the app. So for every 50 gallons of fuel, you get a shower credit and you get a parking credit. You just have to know how to go and use the parking credit. Ask me how I know that one. I have a long story I can tell you about that one if you want to hear that one. But for the love of God, people, it's 2025. Can we not, like, put 2 and 2 to fucking together and get 4? Instead of trying to figure out why 2 and 3 or 2 and 1 doesn't get you 4. Like, we have the tools at our disposal. Fucking use them. Like, are people just that stupid? I swear, people are just that stupid. It's things like that that make me believe that senator, I think it was in New York, where she was talking about how black people don't know how to use computers. Like, I'm starting to think she's got something going for her. Not that I'm saying blacks can't, but I'm just saying, like, she publicly said that people don't know how to use computers. She said black, I'm saying people. Oh, for the love of God. I hate ranting. But it seems like about the only thing I have that's like not the same shit different day. Because it's always a different rant. It's always a different rant. Makes me want to beat my head against the wall. Pause, break. Optional side note here. This is my thought on foreigners. Not that I dislike them. I have no problem with foreigners. I love foreign cultures. They're beautiful. I love their lores. I love their food. I love their women. But for the ones that get all snooty and patooty and fucking pissed off, if you didn't, like, fucking paint a big fucking X on yourself of like, look at me, look at me. Not that I'm saying you can't practice your cultural beliefs or anything, but if you're coming to our country, it's the melting pot. You've got to assimilate. Like, you've got to kind of do away with some of your not necessarily have to have practices to assimilate, and you start taking on some of our practices, because you know what? You're in our culture, or you're in our country, therefore you got to play nice with others. Well, you can't play nice with the others if you've got the fucking chip on your back and with the ego of, like, I'm better than you because my culture says that I'm better than everybody else. Or just all the shit that they do that just makes them stand out. Like, okay, fucking give up the flip-flops. Nobody wants to see your fucking toes that look like they belong to an eagle that could swoop down onto a lake and like fucking fly off with a salmon. In the fucking bottles of water. We have fucking toilet paper and running water with soap. You can just use toilet paper. Like the amount of times that I hear the shh, 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 crinkle, crinkle bottle and then they throw it on the floor. No one wants to pick up after your fucking water bottles. And then like optional turbans. Just wear a hat. Like I know sometimes the turbans is more of a status symbol or something, so like I don't know all that about the turban, so I can't say too much, but I'm like, hey, you walking through a fucking crowded room of people and you're the one guy wearing a turban, you're a fucking nail waiting for to be hammered. Whether someone's gonna confront you or just people are gonna talk. And again, I'm not saying you can't practice your beliefs, you can't practice your culture, but you come to America, it's a melting pot. You've got to assimilate. You've got to assimilate. Like, look at America. Look at all of our big major holidays. Christmas. We call it the birth of Christ. You know what? It's not. Jesus was born in fucking, like, the springtime. That's why we have Easter. Christmas is how we appease the pagans because of the winter solstice. And all that other stuff. That's what Christmas is. It's technically a pagan holiday. And then, what's another one? St. Patrick's Day. It's an Irish thing, even though that was a Catholic saint. And then the Irish were big pagans. They assimilated with the Catholics. Like, you gotta give and get. You gotta give a little to get a little. And like that's my thing. What is with the freaking Middle Eastern, North African, Western Europe cultures that are like, I'm gonna come in and we're not gonna change anything, and you've got to respect me for it. You've got to assimilate, man.